Have you ever had chicharrones? What
That's
up,
exactly
everybody?
what Steve needs.
Here we are, the after show, but later, episode number 179.
And
Jordan's got a new gig wearing
I
wigs.
I know it. I heard that. I heard that one.
Covino said no. He was like, they have to engage them and keep their attention. So I put in the chat, I was like, do they have to jump on a trampoline while they're wearing these wigs? Because how are you gonna keep the attention of somebody talking about wigs? I
I don't
mean,
know, man. Well, it depends. No, it depends though. No, because you know what? I
you know,
knew with some.
I'm talking shit.
I
So
knew some people that were serious about their wigs, and I knew some chicks growing up. Guaranteed, they got down. They rocked it. It was no secret. They didn't care if it blew off in a hurricane, right? They got down, and like some of the wigs, like real weaves, like good ones, those things cost over a G.
oh, Doug, I got to tell you a story about. Okay, one time we're
It's
at the club.
unbelievable how much those things cost.
We're me, actually, my homie Johnny, and my homie Lou Dog. Everybody knows Luis, right? Well, I'm actually gonna see tomorrow night, and I'm hella stoked. We're going to San Diego. Doug, I just got back from a
He's like your Mauser, bro.
Doug. He is. I just got
He
back.
is. He
I just got
is.
back from like a 4 day trip from. We went to Phoenix for a conference, and I came back. Today I had a full day here. I had to go to work and all that bullshit. Tomorrow, head out to San Diego to go see Shane Gillis. We're hella stoked.
Oh, not
And
Shank.
nah, not Shank. We're gonna see Shane Gillis,
Oh,
and it's gonna be dope. But we were at the club one day, right? And there was this chick, and I'm not gonna mention her name because she's still a homie. Okay, I'm not gonna use real names. So my homie John.
hey, my homie Juan.
So we're not gonna use
You
real
could at
names.
least say Juan.
So my homie John, right? I'm not using real names. So my
All
homie
right.
John was getting a dance from this chick, right? And she's this black chick that he was into or whatever. And maybe they were kind of talking, maybe they weren't, whatever. So he goes to get a lap dance or a private dance or whatever. And during her dance, he pulls out her weave.
Oh,
And
you're gonna say he pulled out her tampon.
nah, he pulled out her weave. Oh, I got a tampon story for you. So there was this club we used to go to, right? Now this is getting all dirty, dog. Why'd you have to take me down this road? So there was this club we used to go to, and
I
it
just
was
made a suggestion. He did
what
not have
is
to take me up.
what does Juicy J say? It ain't a strip club unless they show him pussy, right?
Okay, yeah, he did
He's
say
like,
that.
Vans make them dance, right? Well,
Yep.
Doug, there's plenty of times we'd be at the club and the chick would be walking, and so you're in a hood strip club when the chick's walking and she like bends over to shake her ass, and you see
I
a
thought it was when you
fucking
heard gunfire.
and you see a string hanging out. You're like,
Uh,
wah, wah, wah.
and
But
that's you know what, and that's foul too because some women give off an odor when they're on their thing, and yeah, you might not be able to see the blood, but you can smell the problem.
well, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on something else you didn't ask for. So I had a friend that was hooking up with this chick from the club, and I remember Doug. I don't know why he was into her, and we used to tell him, we'd be like, Doug, like, why are you in here, whatever? Because it's not even like
She's
she
a
was like,
stripper. That's why I get free
it's
dances.
not even like womp womp. Funky Monkey says, Doug. Yeah, that's how it was. He pulled off the wig, he walked womp womp. But but
Yikes.
no, freaking, we were my friend was into this chick and he ended up hooking up with her or whatever. But she had this foul odor, and not even Doug because she was like on her shit. She just in general. So she smelled like in BO a lot. So she'd be walking
Ugh.
by and for
Cebollas,
and for some cebolla, sobacos, pacuso, todos
culero.
las chingadas. Homer knows what's up. But I Doug,
Was her dancer name La Pucci?
nah, but you're actually I'm not gonna say too much. I'm
Okay.
just yeah. But anyway, yeah, and she was kind of funky, and it was just kind of like my buddy was like, "Hey, I don't know," and then he hooked
It
up with
turned him
her.
on, didn't it?
Probably because I remember she would
And
walk by.
he'd be like this
Uh,
and get all duro.
probably. I'm guessing, Doug, but yeah, so yeah, crazy times. Okay, now I'm gonna go out down a different road I wasn't even planning on.
Oh, rabbit hole.
But I was talking to a friend of mine recently that we used to have these like crazy times, right? We used to,
Uh-oh.
and they were like, Doug, remember those times when we used to do A, B, and C and this, and this. And I was like, yeah.
You
And
didn't?
then,
Did you do A, B, C, and then D's nuts?
yeah. And
Okay.
then he was like, remember? And I was like, you know what's crazy, dog, is that like we could literally go out, like, you know, and grab a couple of homies and shit, go out or whatever, have a good time. Like I told him, I was like we will. I know we will. I know in the future we will, have good times. But that time in our life is like that clip that Cavino and Rich play from The Office, right? Where we wish you would have said they were the good times or whatever when you were still in them, like you wish you knew. Because I told him, I was like, dog, there was a time where we didn't do a last time and we didn't even know. And now we can
What
have
do
a
you
good
mean?
ass time
What do you mean?
just to be that time, that place where we were in our lives, not married, no kids, single. We're not gonna be in that place like
You
at
guys never
that
thought you were
age.
going to get married or have kids?
No, we did, but I'm saying at the we're
I treat
we
every moment like it's the last one, bro.
yeah, and you can, but I'm saying it. What I'm saying is like because we're like, oh man, that was cool. We used to do that. Yeah, it was cool. And we've had a million cool times since then and whatever. But just we were thinking, like, he brought it up. He was like, remember that, like, time in life? Like, it's crazy when you look back on it. You're like, that was some good times. That's all I
But it
was.
all,
Not,
but it also to me though, I'm gonna have to throw in the objection because it's also your perception. That was cool as a 21-year-old. What you like at 30 or 40 might be way different. So I mean,
well, and it
like
is. It is.
I just appreciate it for what it was because we always try to think in the moment and we go back to the past because it's like almost like what you think you can't have almost has more value. You know what I'm saying? But you have the ability to create those same type of moments. They're just different because you're different.
No,
So you,
100%.
so I don't ever
100%.
want to create nothing like me and Tip Dog. Like I'll give you an example based off of what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a Raiders season ticket holder since 2006, but I stopped in 2019. But before that, me and Tip Dog have hit a Raider game every single year since 1995.
Mm-hmm.
Every year.
Since you were 5?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I had fucking Old English in the baby bottle in a brown paper bag. Still buying t-shirts and I was hustling them down the price of the t-shirts back then. They
Yeah.
wanted 10, I gave them 4. Anyways,
Oh,
point being is our experience was different. Like when we first started going out to these games, bro, we would buy a 24 pack of Corona, right? But we were ballers on a budget. So we would buy a 24 pack of Corona and we would go across the street to Pack and Save and we would buy an 8-piece chicken dinner with the 4-pack Hawaiian rolls and the pound of potato salad. And that's how we got down. So from 18 to like 20, that's just what we did. Financially, that's where we were at. Mentally, that's where we were at. The beer never stopped, but then we graduated to bringing jalapeno wrap poppers with shrimp around them and doing other shit. So you're supposed to grow.
yeah.
I don't want to do anything the way I did it when I was 18, 21, 25, or 30. I just appreciate it for what it was.
No, 100%. And, I think what kind of sparked this thought for him, because I had a similar thought recently. And what I think sparked it, is that it is crazy because we're so far removed from that. And when we kick it, like even dog, even if like it's just me and him, a couple of homies, whatever, it's not like that's not even like what we want to do at this age. You know what I'm saying? So like it's you look back on it like you were saying, and you're like, man, that was a cool time. But like when we kick it, we could do whatever the we want. Like especially, if there's our wives are cool, so they'll be like, whatever, do whatever, go to the club or whatever. But that's just not what really interests us anymore. Our
That's
interests
what
have
I'm
changed,
saying.
right? And so it is cool because I think that's what the thought was like, that's crazy, man. Like those were fun times. Like not that because what I'm saying is like if we wanted to, we could, do shit crazy like we used to. But it's just that you're at a different time. You got kids. This is cool, just chilling, watching the Lakers game, right? And whatever. It's you grow, you change, whatever. But it's cool. Like we were looking back, like, damn, that was some good times. So
Yeah, no, I just appreciate them for what they were, but and that's kind of I guess where I'm going because we would also party at those Raider games, and a lot of times Mito and Colombo and Goldie would go with us, and we would mob. Sometimes we
fish.
were mobbing, yeah, Goldie Fish. and we were mobbed like 5 or 6 deep. And he would swim though. He would just do above the air and shit.
You're
But
stupid.
anyways, and we would go hit like the after show. We would go and then we would go across the bridge and party with Mario after. And bro, we would hit the Larry Flint Hustler Club on Sutter and Larkin. 4 doors down the other way is the massage parlor. There's pizza open till 4 a.m. The Asian bar Outsiders is open till 2. Hurrah, next door was open. And we would go on mob and hit. We would literally pay $50 to get in the strip club, go in there for an hour or so, go to the bars. Won't tell you if we ended up at massage parlors or not. None of my business. But I wouldn't do any of that shit the same way. I would maybe go down there and hang out with those cats, but I wouldn't want to go to the massage parlor and the strip club. And it's not the same shit.
Yeah. No,
because it's a tenderloin. Like, I'm not trying to go the tenderloin right now. Like, the tenderloin in San Francisco is cutthroat. You get robbed out there around. Like, there's some cutthroat. Geary and Larkin, there's some cutthroat fuckers out there. And so, but we didn't give a we were crazy. But now you got a little head on your shoulders. Like, I got no business being out there at 2:30 a.m. trying to get pizza shit-faced.
Yeah.
I once got lost out there. I was so drunk. I got separated from my friends, and I was lost in the Tenderloin, walking around trying to find Mario's house. I didn't know where he was at, Sutter and Larkin, and I didn't know where the I was, where I was going. I had to find some stranger and say, hey, man, take me back to Sutter or Larkin, and I'll figure it out. And he did, but I don't want to deal with that shit now.
It is funny, though, huh? You look back
keep
on
them
it.
stories. Like, those stories go in the treasure bank, and if you want to talk about them, I'll pull them out, but hell no, I don't want to relive that shit.
Doug, I remember it just reminds me how you said you got lost. Like, I remember, Doug, one time me and Johnny had gone out. We were like 22 maybe, and his cousin was supposed to pick us up after the club, and he just didn't answer his phone, didn't whatever. And this is before Uber and Lyft and shit, right? So if we wanted, if anything, we had to get a taxi. We're like, no, that dog. We don't want to call a taxi. Have to wait for a minute. So we just walked home. I don't know how many miles it was. And like right before we got to my pad, his cousin pulls up. Oh, I'm so sorry. I fucked up this and this. I fell asleep. And we're like, man, you. We're already almost there. We were all bitter and pissed,
Yeah.
It's funny though, because you look back, like that is some shit. Like you look back on where you're like, I wouldn't want to do that shit again,
No, because even like me, all the partying I really ever did outside of like, smoking weed and drinking was before 18. I had my daughter when I was 19. After that, I chilled. I didn't really do. I was just puffing and drinking, nothing crazy. But I wouldn't take none of those moments back. But no, I don't want to be getting arrested in the winery, peeking off fucking pyramid gel tabs like I did at 15. Like, that don't seem like something I want to revisit that time in life. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool at the time because we were 6 deep and we all got arrested and we all went to the police station together and it was fun shit and we were all peaking. But no, I'm not interested in reliving that moment.
Yeah, no, same. Man, I gotta. What's funny, Doug? It's so funny that Homer's joining us right now live because I have 3 things to shout out right here, Doug. You see that on the bottom?
Dang.
One of them, Doug, one of the things, like I have a spreadsheet that I put my notes in.
I just spread cheeks.
But one of literally I have 3 things. I have Homer and two different cities in Mexico to shout out. So that is funny that this fool's joining us right now.
Well, which one's you gonna shout out?
Fucking Guanajuato and Sonoita.
Yeah. What's the reasoning?
Guanajuato, it's just I didn't realize I have so many friends that they're from there. Mm-hmm. And it's a little town in Mexico, a little poor town. And I had learned about a friend a few months ago that is from there. I've known her since we were like, let me see, I don't know. I've known her since 2000 maybe. And I just found out where she was from. And I was like, oh, shit, I thought you were from like San Luis, like 40 minutes, south of us. And she was like, oh, no, she had told me she was from Guanajuato. And I was like, oh. And then this past week, I found out somebody else that's from that same town. And I was like, fuck, that's crazy. And it's a little town. And so.
And which state is it in?
I don't know. It's in Mexico somewhere.
Oh, okay. Like
And
Jalisco,
then
Michoacan.
my dad is from Sonoita, so I just wanted to shout out that city because that's another one that my sister, her now husband, digging holes and shit.
Bet he didn't do it.
Is from a lot of his family's from that city too. So I
He
was
didn't dig it, bro. Why are you
so
playing? He did not dig that hole.
uh yeah. But anyway, Doug, so more coming on Rich. And if you guys in the chat have anything, let us know.
Oh yeah,
Um
for sure.
that you wanted
We're,
us to get to, or you something that fired you up, let us know because Doug, that's why we're here to have us converse and chill and everybody chime in together on the chat so we can see what everybody's feeling about the week. Was there anything on Fox Sports that stood out to you? Weed and mushrooms, telling a week story. Let us know.
yeah. Hey, what's your recent five? Are you a snack guy? You like candy, snacks, cookies, treats, goodies?
I don't snack a lot, but if they're around, I better believe I go to town on them.
What's your top five go tos right now when you don't want a full meal, but you just grab for something?
Probably because I got a 6-year-old in the house. I'll run and grab some of her snacks that like a fruit, like a little thing of fruit snacks. That'll
Fruit
be
snacks are always good.
or maybe like one of those individual size bags of like Doritos or whatever.
Okay.
So maybe something like that. Nothing too crazy. We don't have like snacks really in the house for us, but usually like little shit like that for her, like after dance and shit, she'll get something.
Oh,
Um,
I
so
hit
I'll
it big the
fucking
other day.
what'd you do?
Oh, this grocery outlet over here, they got the Sour Patch Kids, but the Stranger Things version. I guess Stranger Things ain't cool no more. So they had the boxes that were like 5 for $1. They were 20 cents each, but it was regular Sour Patch Kids inside the box.
Oh, really?
Killed that one. And then Haribo
Yeah.
spaghetti noodles, those little noodles. Those are 3 for $1.
Those Haribo ones.
The Haribo, and they're not Haribo either. They're hella good, is what they should be. Hella good.
They should be hella good. Dog, we should make a competing gummy bear
Gummy?
company. And they have
Hey,
Haribo and hella good.
we'll make the weed version and just kind of like copy all of their logos, but just not use their logos. We'll just put our little spin on it.
Oh, there we go, Doug. And
And then
Funky
we'll use the
Monkey
same
said
voice instead of Haribo, it'd be hella good.
hella good.
Hella
Monkey said
good.
she don't have a lot to contribute because she's still catching up from the week. Doug, me too. My listening this week was so all over the place. It ain't even funny, man.
No,
Like,
me too. Me too. Especially
yeah.
especially Mondays and Tuesdays because I got help now. I got someone helping me, and so obviously, if you're working with someone, you don't want to be rude on you. You don't want to be rude, yo.
Hey, can you please shut the up? I'm trying to listen to this show.
Yeah, hey, he's talking. Shut up, dude. He's
Uh,
stop. Yeah, you can't do that.
you know what? This is something Doug Homer brings up a good snack that I don't get them, but my mom has them usually on lock. Whenever you see my mom, she might have some of
Mhm.
these hidden somewhere. Hot fries. Because
Hot fries. Oh, those
Hot
are smacking.
Cheetos, Doug, has
No,
gotten, Hot
no.
Cheetos has been,
Played out, bro.
it's been, but even Doug, it's been making a like it's been around for the last like what 15 years, shit, people going crazy. But hot fries, Doug, are a classic. I think they're underrated more than
They
anything.
are underrated.
They're fuck.
When I worked in the hood at Ashland and West in Fresno at Save Mart, we had two entrances, and the liquor was right by one of them, right? So what we had to do is we built this wall out of like 2 liters, and then we put like chips and 2 liters, and we built this like snack wall. And it was all shit that we would run out of on the shelf because we were in the hood. They bought everything spicy. And usually at most grocery stores, that doesn't give a lot of shelf space. So we put like we made a whole wall, and it was like a 30-footer and like a wave and shit. And that's what we did because the hot fries, I don't even think those things have a home in the chip set in a grocery store. They usually hang them on a clip strip. When you walk and you look at the chips, are like hanging from this like clip strip on the side.
Yeah.
Hell no. I had them bringing shippers, bro. And I had hot fries and all the chicharrones and all that shit all right there, bro. Hot fries, there you go.
Have you ever had Chicharrones?
Yes. And then you know what else goes good with the hot fries is the Chester Puff, the hot Chester Puff popcorn.
Mm.
Ooh, you ever had that?
Yeah, no, I have. Doug, I mean, look at me. I've had everything. It's just what I like more, But Doug, and Homer makes a good point. Not if you're talking about the hot fries, not like the flaming hot. He said the old
No.
school like Tom's or
Yellow and white
fuck
bag.
hell yeah, there you go. That shit Slaps, dog.
Mm-hmm. Dollar
Yeah.
99. They should have the $1.99 in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like $2.29 now, but
But dog, it still says $1.99, huh? You ring
I
that
think
shit up
so.
and it's like $4. You're like, well,
And if you can't find them at a grocery store, you can always find them at hood liquor stores. They're always at the hood liquor stores.
hood liquor, dog. We should start another company, Hood Liquor. Dog, I'm
And
just
just hey, and then you just have a chick with a bikini silhouette and a dude like this.
Hood Liquor.
He's trying to look
Hood
under the
Liquor.
hood. He's
Yeah,
trying
there
to
we
look under
go.
the hood.
Hood Liquor. Oh, there we go. Hood Liquor.